Yo, what's good? It's Every Bar Counts. Today we are breaking down Jim Legxacy's Black British music. What each song is really about and why this project means so much for me and why it feels like a whole movie. Let's get into it.
A lot of shit happened. You know, it weren't just her death, it weren't just me like dealing with the grief.
The opener is Jim setting the timeline before the music really starts. He's catching you up on everything that hit after his last project. Losing his sister, his mom suffering 2 strokes, and even a copyright issue that pulled Candy Rain off streaming. It's basically him saying, I'm still creating, but I'm carrying all of this. So when the mixtape gets flashy later on, remember this is survival music first. It's a very emotional intro.
Said I change it depends. You said I couldn't pretend.
Stick feels like Jim's statement record. He's confident, funny, and sharp, but you can still hear the past chasing him. The hook is super melodic with extra vocals from Joe Stanley, so it floats even while he's talking about pressure and survival. Lyrically, it's motion music, staying active, dodging all patterns, and proving he can rap and sing without picking a lane. This kept us going through it.
Ask about me, they tell you I'm one of the best to do it.
Interpolation ties him into a wider UK rap conversation while still sounding futuristic.
She want me, I can't put my heart on sleeve. Who them boys?
This track is Jim announcing his I can be anything mode, but it still comes from grief. The title is basically him claiming popstar shapeshifter status, switching flows and moods on purpose, almost like he's flipping through different corners of UK culture. He even sneaks in an Andre 3K nod, comparing himself to Andre and making a wordplay on having 3 stacks in his pocket. Under that chaos there's a really personal detail. He flips a sample of John Billion's Wash. And it hits harder because he was one of his late sister's favorite artists. So it plays like a tribute tucked inside a flex. It's loud, messy, and ambitious, but the emotion underneath is real.
Can't function in a London. Yeah, did you see what?
Sun is a high vibration London function anthem. Jimmy Guerrero says the tone. The night's still going, drinks are up, but he keeps repeating that he feels numb, like the party is a distraction more than a real joy. Then Jim comes in flexing the glow up, moving from the block to the Benz lifestyle, and the whole track nods to UK rap history. So it's fun on the surface, but there's still that tired, hollow edge underneath. This track is a bleak, poetic snapshot of survival and mental collapse. Jim draws a sharp contrast in one bar. His friend went to jail while he got a uni degree. 2 paths Black British youth can get pushed into. But even his good route isn't stable. Sleeping on floors, dirt on his jeans, and too many holes in the seams, meaning his life is shredded both literally and emotionally. Then he delivers the key image.
There was a party in my head, I'm breathing who did it call?
Mental chaos, disguised as celebration, now decayed like he's mourning his own mind. When he keeps asking, how'd I get here? And flips the hey ya reference, it turns a party phrase into panic and failure. This is one of the rawest and emotional songs on the album, because Jim is not hiding behind jokes or flexing. He starts by admitting he's always been scared to be fully himself, like he never lets his heart speak first. Then he names the root, trust issues with his missing father, which already made it hard for him to open up. But the real gut punch is his sister. He says since she passed away, he blames himself for what he said and what he never said, and he repeats that he still cannot talk about it. That running refrain is coping. He keeps moving so he doesn't have to feel it, and the ending is his promise to survive anyway.
I was listening to Mitski, roll another blunt, scheming for the funds.
Father is Jim turning absence into a catchy anthem. The hook is brutally simple, and he repeats it like he's trying to make peace with it. What makes it even sharper is the I love my father chant, which comes from a sample, so it plays like a bitter contrast, love being performed while he's admitting the person was not really there.
How come you don't want me, man?
Then he zooms into how he survived anyway, making money off a phone at 16, scheming for funds, and still finding his own identity, even shouting out Mitski on the block. The intro line about Windrush ties it to Black British history and culture, like he's saying this story is personal, but it's also part of a bigger lineage. This track is Jim in pure hardshell mode. The hook is basically a mantra about self-reliance. Make money his own way, skip the feelings, skip the foreplay, keep it moving. Sonically, it's a minimal, modern dancehall leaning bounce, but his delivery is aggressive and in your face, like he's daring anyone to test him. Then the verse flips into street code paranoia with a Jamaican style slang, meaning he's drawing a line against snitches. And that's why the random informer moment hits so hard. He's literally interpolating Snow's informer. The fast guest sponsored tag at the end plays like dark humor, a fake ad break that nods to modern party escape culture. This song is about a relationship moving too fast for him emotionally.
Maybe we are moving too fast.
The girl keeps saying she wants to move forward, like she wants the next step. But Jim sounds stuck in the past, looking at old pictures and even crying at them. He describes her as having a heart of ice and bags of pride, meaning she's cold and stubborn, but he still wants her anyway. The hook repeats a lot on purpose, like he's looping the same thought in his head. And even though the beat is bouncy, the feeling is still sad and tense underneath.
I can run a course, get you Gucci or Celine, go buy the cars, put you in a plane, do it for
SOS is Jim missing someone who feels stuck with the wrong guy. The hook is him basically saying, if you are unhappy, send me the signal and I'll come get you. In the verse, he's reading the signs that she's not content, and he calls out the problem directly. Her man won't even take her out even though she's asked 1,000 times.
It's his fault.
So Jim tries to tempt her with a different life, flights, designer bags, doing anything to make her feel chosen. But it doesn't come off as pure flexing, it feels desperate, like he cares more about her happiness than winning her. Even the outro sounds like obsession, driving around thinking he sees her, like he cannot let it go.
This that blue bar shit, I hope you're listening. I said this that blue bar shit, I hope you're listening.
This song is Jim turning a very specific London moment to a mission statement. Canada Water is a real area and station in southeast London, so the title instantly pins it to end culture and late night link-ups. Lyrically, he's saying he had to hustle early, and he refuses to let life treat him the way it did when he was a kid. After that, he flexes the glow up without pretending it was smooth. He used to panic when he saw police, he admits the pain changed him, and now he's bawling like Oscar. The Blue Barrow line is him shouting out Lewisham, and the Gigs and Blade Brown reference is him saluting South London street rap history while saying he's moved on to something bigger now. This track feels like a real phone call confession about burnout. Dexter is basically saying life has been heavy for a long time and she's carrying it like a boulder on her shoulders while she's getting older. She keeps repeating I'm stuck in a loop, meaning she's trapped in the same cycle, disappearing for a while, then coming back and pretending she's fine, but she isn't. The half-empty line shows where her head is at. She cannot see life the way she used to. When Jim joins in, it turns into a shared feeling, like they're both admitting they're overwhelmed, but still trying not to let it crush them. It's a very deep and sad song.
British music, listen out. Told Jim you already did your sister proud. Leicester, testers we giving out.
This is Jim talking about survival after success. He starts with envy and paranoia, people standing for him, watching him, hating from the same blocks he came from. Then he grounds it in real pain.
Shed tears when my sister died. Nearly made a nigga lose his mind. And my dogs never hung me dry.
He admits he cried when his sister passed away and it almost made him lose his drive, but his friends held him up. The hook "Don't hit my phone" is him choosing isolation, like fame plus grief makes him want peace and silence. Dave's verse comes in like a reality check and a pep talk, telling Jim he already made his sister proud, while also flexing and throwing UK rap references. And the songs build around the callback to Dave's Wanna Know.
That man wanna send for me. Envy and jealousy, it's everything I wished upon my enemy.
Them niggas try send for me. Envy and jealousy, everything I wished upon my enemy.
So it feels like both of them are looking back at who they were and who they are now.
My body, for all of the scars I could've erased now. Proud of her body, she wouldn't fly, I could take.
This song is Jimmy's spiritual reset mode. He wakes up praying that God doesn't lead him astray because he's trying to change his ways after a period where he admits he was losing faith.
Just have a little faith.
The rays are hope, like he's finally seeing light again, but he's still surrounded by jealousy and enemies, so he's asking for protection and discipline. In the verse, he's mixing growth with temptation. Scars he cannot erase, money on his mind, and sins on my waist, hinting he's still close to bad choices even while he's trying to move right.
Knows how you keeping. I can't live with the thought of you leaving. There's a hell of it and there's goodbye.
This closer is Jim speaking directly to his sister, and it's one of the most painful moments on the album. He keeps repeating that he's been grieving the loss of your life. And the saddest detail is how he wishes he could still ask her the simple things like how you been keeping.
Lost of your life, I've been grieving. I wish I could ask how you've been keeping.
The hook frames death as something shockingly fast. There's hello, then goodbye.
There's a hell of it and there's goodbye.
And he cannot stop replaying that in his mind. He admits he's been living reckless and numb, forgetting to breathe and repeating family mistakes, like grief is pulling him into the same cycles. And when he says, I cannot live with the thought of you leaving, is the truth of the whole album. He's still trying to survive the absence. Honestly, this album is one of the most unique projects I've heard in a minute. Every song feels like it lives in a different world, like Jim refuses to stay in one lane. One song is funny and cocky, the next one is straight grief. There's London club energy, then back into therapy session honesty. And what makes it hit is the emotion. He's not just experimenting for the sake of it. He's really telling you what he's been carrying, especially with his sister. For me, that's why it works. I gave Black British Music an 8.61. Amazing project, and I feel like it's only going to age better. If you watched the whole breakdown, drop a comment with your favorite track and tell me why. See you on the next video.